chaos, clashes, and deaths, Iran is witnessing demonstrations as chants of "mullahs must leave" and "death to the dictator" reverberate across cities like Tehran, Mashhad, Isfahan, and Shiraz. Since December 29, 2025, demonstrators have clashed with security forces wielding batons and tear gas, marking a dramatic escalation of public discontent against Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's theocratic regime. Now, what distinguishes this uprising from previous demonstrations is its fusion of economic desperation and political rejection. Amid tensions, an unusual slogan has created buzz worldwide. Protesters have been heard raising Javid Shah, which means "Long Live the Shah." These slogans can prove to be a nightmare for Ayatollah. Widening demonstrations sparked by Iran's ailing economy spread into the Islamic Republic's rural provinces, with at least 7 people being killed in the first fatalities reported among security forces and protesters, authorities said. The protests have become the biggest in Iran since 2022, when the death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini in police custody triggered nationwide demonstrations. Iran's civilian government under President Masoud Pezeshkian has been trying to signal it wants to negotiate with protesters. However, Pezeshkian has acknowledged that there is not much he can do as Iran's real currency has rapidly depreciated, with $1 now costing some 1.4 million rials. Keeping economic woes aside, what could be an absolute shock for the Islamic regime is mounting support for the Shah of Iran, as reported by the Jerusalem Post. Iranian government spokeswoman has admitted harsh protests as rallies continue, but Javid Shah chants reflect a new flashpoint. Notably, it has been rare that people in anger raise calls in support of Shah. The Jerusalem Post has claimed that crowds were heard chanting, "This is the final battle, Pahlavi will return, and the Shah will return to the homeland, and Zahak will be overthrown." The agitation has spiraled over a range of issues, including huge funding to proxy groups. Now, there is a literal call for the restoration of the monarchy, which could be deeply unsettling for the Islamic Republic. Mohammad Reza Pahlavi assumed the throne in 1941 at the age of 22, when his father was forced to abdicate after the Russian-British invasion of Iran. It was the Islamic Revolution, widespread unrest in Iran, that ended the rule of Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. The Shah instead chose exile 40 years ago, flying away on a jetliner that he himself piloted. He died in July 1980 at the age of 60, the last monarch Iran has ever known. However, in 2025, the son of Iran's last Shah shocked the world as he said that he was ready to take over the Iranian leadership and lead the country's transition to democracy.
This regime is defeated, teetering on the edge of collapse, and must not be allowed to continue. The time has come to end this ruin and begin a new era for Iran. This is a new dawn for Iran's lion and son. I am here today to submit myself to my compatriots, to lead them down this road of peace and democratic transition. I do not seek political power, but rather to help our great nation navigate through this critical hour towards stability, freedom, and justice.
While the Islamic regime has been portraying the Pahlavi era as uniquely corrupt, illegitimate, and anti-Iranian for decades, the recent chants threaten the founding narrative. Trump has also waded into the Iran chaos. If Iran shoots and violently kills peaceful protesters, which is their custom, the United States of America will come to their rescue. "We are locked and loaded and ready to go," Trump said. Global observers are closely watching what happens next in Iran.